Was Tracy McGrady just as good as Kobe Bryant, quote unquote, talent wise? So, Tracy McGrady, all time great. We all know him. One of my favorite players to watch, especially well known for dropping 13 points. I believe it wasn't something crazy like 20 seconds against the Spurs, winning the games. One of the biggest what if in NBA history, in my opinion. So he was interviewed on The Ringer, and he had some interesting stuff to say when it came to, I guess, ranking or assessing how good he was. So take a listen to what he had to say.
Are one of the great players of your generation. Like recently too, you said, hey, I think I'm like at the same level of Kobe. People are losing it because you said it. Talent-wise. Right. I don't think no one would suggest you saying the resume, but even the talent thing, because of the playoff resume, it's almost like you're not allowed to say that. What's it feel like to actually, be the guy that's in the conversation that we spend all this time on?
It's just a work. You know what I mean? Like, yes, I had extraordinary talent, but I actually worked my ass off to supersede, what I was even projected to be in this league. Regardless of what and how anybody else feels, when you talk about the talent, yeah, it's undoubtedly that my talent level is definitely up with, the great players that have played this game. I didn't play with Shaq. I didn't play with no LeBrons. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, Yao was my best teammate, and we couldn't stay healthy, right? So I've never played on a championship team, but, when you look at the talent level, you can't question or deny that.
All right, so you all heard what the man had to say. So there's a lot to unpack there because he compared himself talent-wise to Kobe. And when it came just to eye test, I gotta agree. That man was one of the most gifted scorers of all time. Easily. That man was so cool with the basketball. He had everything. He had the three, he had the two, he was tall and strong, so he could take it to the rim too. He could fly in the sky and put you on the poster if necessary. And if you fouled him, he would go to the free throw line. Also, for that size, he really had a very, very good handle, and he was pretty shifty with it. Like the way he would switch gears on people and just tap on the dime and pull up over people, or just the post game, everything. Just like Kobe. He had everything. That was a flawless player offensively. Now, he wasn't doing a lot of passing, but a lot of it was just because of, back then the real scorers, they were really thinking shoot first. Plus, his rosters were never really, really that great, in my opinion. Just like he said, man, his best teammate was Yao Ming on the Rockets, and they barely played together. It was one injury after the other. They would just switch. So he never really had a shot. But just for the sake of the conversation, he did compare himself to Kobe. So if you look at their resumes, obviously Kobe has 5 chips to 0 for T-Mac. And even when it came to individual success, Kobe has 1 MVP. He has, I believe he made 9 All-NBA defensive teams, which is impressive. He's like over 13-time All-Star, some crazy like that. 2 Finals MVPs. Yeah, so Kobe Bryant, obviously a top 10 to top 5 player, depending on who you're talking to. Some people may even rank him higher. And T-Mac, he did not even make the NBA 75 list. In my opinion, that's wild that he couldn't make the list. But if you look at his resume just isn't that impressive. T-Mac is one of those players, it's like if you know, you had to watch it to understand how good that man was. Because for his career, he only averaged 19.6 points, 5 rebounds, and 4 assists in 938 regular season games for like 15 or 16 seasons. He was a 7-time All-Star, and he did win MIP. I forgot the year, and he is in the Hall of Fame. But, compared to some of the greats, just the resume, that's not enough, especially in the playoffs, man, because although he did say, and I agree, that his teams weren't that good, he played in 9 playoffs and 12 playoff series, 50 games. He only won 3 of those series and lost 9. So that's not good enough when it comes to all-time greatness, especially with that kind of talent. Now, I do agree that his rosters weren't stacked at all. However, T-Mac played in an era when teams weren't really loaded like that. Like, he got drafted in 1997, and we not even gonna count his time in the 2010s. He couldn't really play no more like that. But if you look at his prime years, so we gonna go from 2000 to, I want to say, 2008. So his tenure at Orlando, and Houston. Back in the days, in the 2000s, it wasn't that many teams were really stacked like that with like big threes or big fours like we could see today. For the most part, if you look throughout the league, you would have like a duo, and some teams would just have one really, really good player, and then it was like everyone would play defense, and the coaching would really make an impact. So T-Mac, for him to be that good as a lone superstar, if you look at a guy like AI on the Sixers, they had a good roster, but that roster was not impressive, and he was still able to make the finals just of pure willpower. And T-Mac never was able to do something quite similar. I believe that he never made it past the second round, something insane like that, And yeah, if we compare his stats to Kobe, Kobe was averaging 25, 5, and 5 on 44.7% shooting for his career compared to T-Mac's 19. So for him to claim that he was just as talented as Kobe, I get where he's coming from, but that's kind of an indictment in a way that for him to be just as talented as Kobe, he has so little to show for it. He wasn't even the top 75 NBA player according to the league, So I thought that was an interesting take. I'm not mad at it because I definitely understand. And just from a Knights perspective, he definitely was. But it's still something was missing with T-Mac. So the reason I made the video actually is for you guys to tell me. Get in the comment section. First of all, do you agree with T-Mac? And also tell me what was actually missing with T-Mac. What was the reason he actually never was able to really get over the hump despite the injuries or anything? Even one time, one big run. Why wasn't he able to do that while being so talented? But anyways, man, appreciate you guys for checking me out. Get in the comment section. Just like I said, please like the video, subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you guys later. Peace.